Could a budding rivalry be brewing with the Knicks and Raptors? Hold on to your seats, NBA fans, because the hardwood rivalry between the New York Knicks and the Toronto Raptors just took a major turn. Forget the classic on-court rivalries you thought you knew. This isn't about highlight reels, it's about courtroom thrillers. Dive into the saga, where player stats meet legal drafts, and three-pointers intertwine with point-by-point allegations. This showdown isn't just game-changing, it might just change the whole league. Let's talk all about it. Just when you think you've seen it all when it comes to basketball drama, this recent showdown might just top the charts. And no, we're not talking about any buzzer beaters or playoff upsets. So how did it all begin? Well, August 21st, 2023 might just go down in NBA history for purely controversial reasons. Why? Because that's when the New York Knicks decided it was time to switch the game, not on the court, but in the courtroom. They filed a lawsuit against none other than Darko Rajakovic, the fresh-faced coach of the Toronto Raptors. Now here's where it gets juicy. The Knicks are saying that Darko didn't just study their moves from the sidelines. Instead, he got a little help from the inside. Allegedly, Ikechukwu, or as he's better known, Ike Azotam, a former employee of the Knicks, was handing over confidential files to the enemy. We're talking top-secret plays, strategies, and maybe even what they have for breakfast before a game. Who knows at this point? The Knicks have claimed that Ike has sent over thousands of top-secret documents to Rajakovic, pretty much revealing all of the franchise's strategies and plans, which obviously puts them at a huge disadvantage here. Of course, Rajakovic let his team in on the whole thing and everything blew up super fast, but hold up, because the plot thickens. The Knicks are claiming that, as early as June, just after the Raptors welcomed Darko Rajakovic into their coaching ranks, the Raptors started their efforts to poach Azotam. The intention? Well, rumor has it that they wanted Ike to boost their coaching and also their video team for some reason. But here's the kicker. While Rajakovic's induction into the Raptors fold was very public, Azotam's role in Toronto is still a mystery. Is he officially working with them, or isn't he? The Raptors, for one, aren't really spilling the beans on what Ike is up to within their organization. But they weren't silent about the allegations. In fact, they were quick to speak up with their side of the story, saying they only caught wind of these accusations recently. For now, they've got their detective hats on, conducting an in-depth internal investigation to see whether the Knicks' claims are legitimate in the first place. And let's be clear here, the Raptors aren't sitting back. They've gone on record to strongly reject any claims of involvement in this alleged information heist. But here's the big question on everyone's minds. Most disputes of this kind are usually handled in-house by the NBA bigwigs. Someone steps out of line, the league cracks the whip. Simple as that. But not this time. The Knicks aren't playing by the usual rulebook, turning this into a full-blown legal drama. But this situation goes back to when Azotam decided to say goodbye to the Knicks, and a few days later, he headed straight to the Raptors. Trust us when we say that no one saw that coming. The Knicks have gone on record to call Azotam Amole, who had started working with the Raptors towards the end of his tenure with them. And guess who they think is the mastermind behind all this? None other than Rajakovic, who became the head coach of the Raptors in mid-June. The Knicks also went as far as to hint that maybe Rajakovic, with his non-traditional coaching path, didn't have a strategy of his own, so he just borrowed a bit from them. Yikes! The Knicks claim that Azotam illegally accessed the Knicks' confidential data and sent multiple emails containing proprietary information to his new Raptors email. The information included scouting reports, player statistics, key plays, player tendencies, strategy analyses, and other sensitive details about the Indiana Pacers, the Denver Nuggets, and the Dallas Mavericks. And once he'd done all he could, he left. It took the Knicks security team until August to identify the theft, so let's just say Azotam was pretty great at covering his tracks. The Knicks also claim that the members of the Raptors told Azotam to misuse his access to the Knicks' subscription to Synergy Sports, which provides analytics and detailed breakdowns to coaches and franchises to improve their plays, to transfer over 3,000 files consisting of film information and data. But after all that, here's the next big question. Do the Knicks have any proof that all this really happened? Well, while the Knicks claim they've got evidence of some behind-the-scenes dealings, they're still lacking the proof when it comes to motivations. especially around Rajakovic. Right now, they've only got access to their own emails. So, any secret Raptors chats or Rajakovic's texts out of reach. And to back up their bold claims, they need to act fast and get all the receipts. Because corporate espionage of this degree has never been seen in the league ever before. But some people believe that the Knicks have all the evidence ready, only waiting to release it when the time is right. But here's the thing. The Knicks aren't just pointing fingers at one or two people. They're putting the entire Raptors organization on blast. They've called out Rajakovic, player development guru Noah Lewis, the bigwig parent company MLSE, and, wait for it, 10 other mystery Raptors employees. Yeah, they're going all out. The Knicks claim that this whole crew was involved in the scandal, guiding Azotam to dip into confidential Knicks intel. And why the sudden leap to a lawsuit? The Knicks say it's clear-cut, broken employment agreements and violations of both criminal and civil codes. Then again, though, the Knicks and the Raptors have quite a history with each other, don't they? Their feuding saga is straight out of a soap opera at this point. So let's take a trip down memory lane. Way back in 2000, drama unfurled when Toronto's head coach at the time, Butch Carter, got all litigious, slapping a defamation lawsuit on Knicks' forward Marcus Camby. Why? Some sharp words from Camby after he was traded from Toronto to New York the previous year. Classic courtside NBA drama. Fast forward to 2001, and the world was in for a plot twist once again. After a dominant sweep against the Raptors in 2000, the Knicks seemed invincible. But nothing lasts forever. The mighty Knicks saw their impressive 14-year playoff streak crumble when the Raptors, in a delicious twist of fate, bested them 3-2 in the playoffs' first round. But the surprising part was, the man steering the Knicks ship, Jeff Van Gundy, dipped just 19 games into the next season. Over the ensuing 19 years, the Knicks only made a playoff appearance a measly 4 times. And the whispers in the alleyways of Madison Square Garden hint that the turning point was that 2001 defeat, which ironically, or maybe not, occurred shortly after James Dolan took the reins of the team. Then who can forget Jeremy Lin's buzzer beater? A 3-pointer that left the Raptors red-faced on their own turf, especially with the crowd roaring for the Knicks and the rising sensation Lin. That was a night to remember, but the intrigue doesn't stop there. The boardroom drama intensified when James Dolan, New York's top dog, allegedly pulled the plug on a trade that would have seen the Raptors' gem, Kyle Lowry, don the Knicks jersey in 2013. The whispers. Dolan had cold feet, wary of being outmaneuvered in trade negotiations by the crafty Masai Ujiri, the Raptors' president. After all, Ujiri had already swindled a bounty for Carmelo Anthony during his Denver Nuggets tenure. And speaking of Ujiri, his entry to Toronto was nothing short of a spectacle. One of his first orders of business? Burdening the Knicks with Andrea Bargnani's weighty contract in exchange for a trio of players and some draft pick goodies. Talk about making an entrance. So it's no surprise that these two franchises are picking up right where they started, going up against each other in the courtroom this time around. But then again, is this whole thing even lawsuit material? I mean, shouldn't this be handled in-house? Word on the court is that it's a league matter, plain and simple. And let's talk about that speed. The Knicks raised their concerns to the Raptors ownership, MLSE, just last Thursday. While MLSE promised to play nice, the Knicks still dashed off to the courtroom. Cue drama. One league exec was pretty honest about it, saying that the whole situation just feels like someone over at the Knicks lost their cool. Officially, though, the NBA hasn't commented on the situation. But of course, they can't stay silent forever. The experts have chimed in, though, with lawyers wondering what's actually going to happen with this lawsuit. Sure, Azotam broke tons of rules if he really has passed over secret information from his former team to the Raptors. But what are the Knicks really trying to achieve here? Usually, if something like this happens, the employee funneling all the team secrets is fired. Simple as that. But here's the Knicks' challenge. Proving that game films that Azotam passed over to the Raptors somehow changed the game for them, while also trying to figure out what exactly the Raptors gained here and what the Knicks lost. It's almost funny how the Knicks lawsuit lists their damages as TBD. Guess they're as clueless as the rest of us about the actual harm done. Will the Raptors be forced to ken Azotam? That is, if he really is working for them. On one hand, if he played fast and loose with the Knicks, why wouldn't he do it again? On the flip side, maybe having someone ready to play a little dirty is what a team needs. As the saying goes, if you're not bending the rules, are you even trying? How this drama wraps up is anyone's guess. Taking it to trial seems unlikely. Plus, can the Knicks even prove that Azotam's intel was some high-level secret sauce? Maybe it was just a collection of info you or I could have found. And the big thing, the season's not even started. You'd think the actual games would be the focus, right? Case in point, a game plan on the 2022-23 Indiana Pacers, supposedly among the stolen goods, won't exactly be groundbreaking intel for 2023-24. Our 2 cents. The NBA should step in, slap a fine, maybe toss in a future second-round pick as punishment, and wrap this thing up. After all, in the world of basketball, everyone's always borrowing or stealing from someone else, just usually not over official team emails. It's all in the game, right? So do you think there's a serious rivalry brewing between the Knicks and Raptors? Drop your thoughts in the comments. For more videos like this, make sure to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you next time. Bye.